So of course, 410 is upset over something. Of course, they're upset over Nintendo. You know, obviously as well. Again, if you're upset, you can be upset with the Nintendo Switch 2 prices all you want. Obviously, I think it's a valid reason to be upset over the Switch 2. Obviously, the prices of the Switch 2. But even then, the Switch 2 will eventually go down in price in terms of sales and stuff. You know, and the Switch 2 really doesn't have good rigs like the 3DS and Wii U do. They are going to have to drop the price, unless Nintendo is that crazy as well. But they're trying to make gaming so expensive that people can't afford it as well here. Don't be surprised in the future that Sony does it too as well here. We get the Steam Deck. The Cyberpunk 2077 on the Nintendo Switch 2 is the most cyberpunk way to play per CD Projekt Red. Here's giving you like a ton using its Joy-Con 2 as well, yeah. And yeah, Cyberpunk is and of course, the definitely by the more Cyberpunk as dystopian company. It's fitting. PC is still running bugs with ray tracing, yeah, probably. And yeah, apparently the Switch 2 is a definitive way. Not the PS5 version, not the quote unquote greatest console of all time, but the Switch 2 version. So if you have never played Cyberpunk, apparently according to CD Projekt Red, this is the best way to play the game, apparently as well. So Nintendo has finally gotten its first W of third-party developers. Like, you'd think that, the last time Nintendo had a major W of third-party developers was probably the DS and Wii era. Like, the 3DS and Wii U, especially the Wii U, struggled with third-party support, okay? And the 3DS didn't get any new games by third-party developers outside of like crappy anime and farming simulator games that nobody bought, obviously. And so it's kind of the same because I think the 3DS would have sold way more if there were more third-party games on the 3DS. Okay, like heck, when the DS came out, there were tons and tons of third-party games by these developers, constantly being poured to the DS, constantly being made specifically for the DS in mind. 3DS still was nothing. Switch still has third-party support at the beginning of the Switch's lifespan, but it kind of drizzled out throughout. Like it didn't really get much third-party. It mostly got ports and remakes. But it seems that the Switch 2 finally might be the real deal for Nintendo as well. If the Switch 2 does well, don't be surprised if we get third-party games throughout the lifespan of the Switch 2 as well. Yeah. And don't be surprised if we get Switch 2 versions with the other console versions as well, as companies are now going to finally be taking Nintendo seriously, which is something that I think we as Nintendo fans want to happen, because I know people mostly buy Nintendo games for the Nintendo games, consoles for Nintendo games, but there are people who are going to want to play non-Nintendo games. It's just a fact of life. And yep, goodbye.